All right, welcome back to episode 3 of me teaching myself C++. I think from the last episode, this is the program that we tried to, that we coded just to practice control flow, essentially, and it's a numbers guessing game. And I can run it here and just do a demo of what it became. So the computer says I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100, and it prompts you to guess. I can guess 50. It says too high, so we can guess again 25, too low. So somewhere halfway between 25 and 50 might be like, can't do math, 32. Let's do 40. Let's do 45, 42, 43, 44. And seems to work fine. So yeah, that was the last episode. And this episode, I think I want to learn how to make, I guess, arrays first, lists, vector, and hash map. So since I came from Python, I think probably vector is the most similar to the dynamic arrays or lists that we use in Python. But I just want to get the syntax down for all of these data structures. So yeah, I'm actually just going to use Gemini again because I know everyone loves using AI. And I will ask, what is the syntax for array, list, vector, and hash map in C++? And while that's running, I'm going to create a new project directory. We can make directory 2, and we'll say data structures. Structures.cpp. Cool. And then we can do our include IO stream. And let's see what Gemini says. In C++, these structures are part of the standard template library STL, with the exception of the raw C-style array. To use most of them, you'll need to include their respective headers. So arrays. C++ offers two types. The traditional C-style array, which is fixed size, and the std array, which is fixed size with safer wrapper. Header array for standard array. Syntax. C-style array is like this. So let's see. We'll make a main function. The standard array is modern C++ way. So where you need to use, I guess it's telling us to include array. And you can define it like this. Standard array. We use, I guess, these open braces. It looks like the type and the size, I'm guessing. This is the name of the variable, and then you can put in the contents. Okay. So C-style arrays are like this. This is modern C++ arrays. And from what I know about C, I think we use arrays when we know that the array or the data that we're storing is going to be of known size. So like these examples, there's only 5 items in the array, and the data is not going to change. Okay. Vector. Vector is a dynamic array, can grow or shrink in size automatically. This is usually the go-to container. So yeah, I guess this is most similar to lists in Python. And we can include it with vector. Syntax, declaration, standard vector of type, and then name, and then I guess you can fill in the values. And then it looks like there's vector methods. Pushback, I believe, is the same as append. Yeah, adding an element is pushback. Okay. Accessing by index. Int value equals the same as, yeah, same as Python syntax. A list is a doubly linked list. Unlike vectors, elements are not stored contiguously in memory. It is efficient for inserting or removing elements at any position. Okay, so this is a doubly linked list. You can import it with list. It looks like the syntax for this is the same as a vector. You need to give it a type, name, and then you can, I guess, initialize some values. Push front, push back. So this is the same as a list, it sounds like. And I'm guessing we can use linked list as a stack. I wonder if vectors also use a stack. Maybe it doesn't matter. Hash map. Standard unordered map. A hash map is called an unordered map. It stores data in key value pairs and provides fast lookups using a hash table. Unordered map. Okay, so I think this is probably going to be a highly used data structure. Unordered map. And there's probably other implementations of hash maps in C++, but maybe I can learn those at a different time. But here's the syntax. Standard unordered map. You can give it the key and value their own type, it looks like, and this is the name of the hash map. Inserting values, scores. Okay, so you can access the key with this bracket operator. Give the key a string value, and then you can set the key's value to an integer, and then you can use insert. What is insert? I guess we're inserting I guess you would call this like a tuple or like a pair. Not sure what that's called in C++. So it's just a key value pair, and we're using curly braces with the insert method. Accessing values, you can grab it using the same syntax as this. This all makes sense to me. Okay, so maybe I will just, let's just see if I can make one of each of these structures. I didn't import list, so let's include list. Was that what it was called? List, okay. So let's see, let's try it out. So we can do a C type vector, what do you call it? Array. C style array. What was it? We can make an integer array, C array. I think you use this. And you can give it some values like 5 to 1. C++ style array. Okay, let's see. It was std array. I think we use this to give it a type. Give it the variable a name. So cpp array equals 1 to 5. Is that correct? Linter doesn't like that. Oh, you need to give it a size, apparently. So is this not necessary when I declare a C-style array? Maybe I will test this right now. Standard cout, or let's try to do a for loop. So for, I think we could say auto I in C array, we can standard C out I plus a new line character. Let's copy and paste this and try the same for C++ style array. CPP array, and want to return 0 from main method. And let's go to our terminal. So we can use G++ as always, data structures.cpp, call the output file data structures, and concatenate our run command, data structures. Okay, so 521, 125. Perfect. I think that runs, that does exactly what I thought it would do. So print okay, so that was arrays. Are the header files always in alphabetical order? It looks like it does that when I auto format. Or maybe I think you want to do it. Okay, I guess that's the Google way. At least my auto formatter is doing it that way. Let's see. So okay, we did arrays. Let's try list next. Make a list. And I don't remember what the syntax was. Maybe it was standard list. I think you need to give it a type. Let's just do integer for now. My list. And then we can, I think we could just give it values like this. 1, 3, 5, 4. Let's check what Gemini did. Yeah. Or I guess maybe I can just declare it, and then we can use some of the list methods. My list dot push front. Let's push 1 to the front. And then let's do this a couple times. Let's push 10. Now I need to figure out if there's a list print method. So maybe this, maybe C++ treats this as an iterable, if that's a thing in C++, and maybe we can do it with the same for each type loop. Let's test that right now. My list, we can print, and let's comment this stuff out for now. Save it, go back to terminal, clear, and run it one more time. Okay, so that looks like it does work. So we pushed 1 to the front, and then we pushed 10 to the front. So 10 would be the head, 1 would be after that. So that's why I printed first 10 and then 1. Okay. Terrific. Sure, there's other list methods like removal, but not so important right now to learn. What is the next structure? We saw hash map, so unordered map. Okay. Make a hash map. Standard unordered map. We need to give it types, so we can say, let's import standard string because we like strings for keys, and integer values. My map. We'll just declare it. We need to import string. And what did it say? We can we can directly, I think we can add an entry into the map with just, okay, so there's an insert method and then there's a way to do it like this. I wonder which one is better. Maybe it just depends. Yeah, let's just try it like this. So my map. We can say hello as the key. Set the value of that key to be 2026. And then maybe be useful to know how to like iterate through the elements in the map. So how to print, how to iterate, I guess how to print each key value pair in the map with a for loop. It says the cleanest way to print an unordered map is using a structured binding with a ranged-based for loop. This allows you to unpack the key and value directly into variables. Let's see what the example is. Structured binding, key value. For const, auto, okay, looks like we're using a reference operator. Name, quantity, in items, print name and quantity. Okay, so I think we haven't learned pointers and dereference or reference operators yet. I think I was going to plan on doing that in the next video. So for now, let's just copy this sort of structure directly, and then we will figure out what that means later. Auto at, we'll just call it key val in my map. We want to print, let's just print key. Let's just spit it all out. Don't need to format it, but just see that it works. Key val, let's just add a new line. And while I'm at it, let's add another entry using the insert operator. So if I remember what it looked like, I think you do this, and then you use curly brackets to define a pair, and then we'll say second key. And I guess this needs to be quotes, double quotes. We'll give it a value of 1000. Okay, so if everything, let's comment this out. If everything went correctly, I think we'll see, I don't know what order it prints it, I guess. This is an unordered map, so maybe it's random, or hopefully it preserves insertion order. I think that's the way it works in Python, but we will see. So let's clear and then run this one more time, and I think we'll see hello 2026, new line, second key 1000. Okay, so it printed backwards. Second key 1000, hello 2026. I wonder if we compile and run again, if it will be random. Okay, looks like it's maybe consistent with reverse insertion order. But given that it's an unordered map, I guess we just shouldn't rely on that to be always the case. But that's cool. So those are unordered maps, and then maybe vector would be, I'm guessing, the most used, one of the most used data structures in C++. So let's see, standard vector, and we need to have a type. So let's use standard string for fun. Give it a name, vec. And then let's push some values to it. So we'll say apple and copy this line a few times. Banana, orange. Let's put a duplicate value in there and see what happens. We'll make a for loop. We'll say auto S in vec standard cout S new line, and let's test this out. Apple, banana, orange, orange. Okay, so yeah, vectors are ordered data structures, so I would expect the order to always be consistent, just like a list or array. Perfect. That seems like pretty understandable. There's definitely a lot more overhead with just typing out all these variable names or types explicitly compared to other languages, but seems to be all the same concepts for the most part. All right, I will stop this one here, and next episode I think is when we finally get to play with pointers and memory. So that'll be exciting. Thanks for watching.